Hello, everyone. Once again, we have Vandana Rai, our licensed immigration advisor, with us for us to get clarity on the new immigration update, which was announced yesterday, which was 23rd of September 2025. Hi, ma'am. Welcome again to another podcast.
Thank
So,
you.
can you please brief us what exactly, how this is being, this was announced and what exactly it is? Just a clarity.
Okay. So, good news. So, two things that have been announced majorly, two new residence pathways. So, one is a skilled work experience pathway. So, what does that mean is if somebody doesn't have a qualification, there are still options for them and they can move on a pathway to residence with their skilled work experience. So, if you're working in an ANSCO 1 to 3 position, you can apply for residence if you have 5 years of directly relevant work experience. And out of those 5 years, at least 2 years have to be in New Zealand earning 1.1 times the median wage rate. So if these conditions are met, there is a pathway to residence. That is what has been announced, and this will be implemented from August 2026. The other thing which has come up is the trade and technician pathway. So what does that mean is currently the tradies, the trade workers had an option where they had to have very high wage rate to be eligible for any residence pathway. So for everyone, 1.5 times median wage was not easily achievable. So this will take stress off a lot of trade workers. So what this means is if you have a level 4 qualification and you have 4 years of post qualification work experience, then you can apply for residence if you have at least 18 months of work experience here in New Zealand out of those 4 years and earning just the median wage. No more than median, just the median would also do. So definitely these two options would open a lot of doors for people who in the previous policy did not have a residence path.
Oh, that's awesome. That's for an example, if someone is studying, a student, wife is studying, and if the husband is working. So in that case, like husband also holds a equivalent role where they can help on the residency pathway. So ma'am, this is all about open work permit holders and all. Like, how about accredited employees, visa holders? Like for an example, AEW, if someone is working in any skill occupation, so do they also come into this category?
Of course, yes. And in fact, when the minister was making the announcement yesterday, this actually is targeting a lot of those people who are on an accredited employer work visa. Why? Because immigration wants to retain those skilled workers because they've already here in New Zealand, they've already integrated into the society and the employers are being benefited with their skills. So they don't want to lose out on that skill set because they don't have a pathway. So definitely this new policy is targeting those accredited employer work visa holders. Example, we have a lot of chefs working here. We have a lot of pastry cooks. We have a lot of hairdressers, somebody like a gardener, greenkeeper, nursery person, painter, vehicle painter. So all these people in the current policy, if they did not have a qualification, and of course, they are not paid very highly, they had no pathway to residence. So these skilled workers in this new policy can apply for residence visa if they have 5 years of directly relevant experience, if they are paid 1.1 times the median wage last 2 years in New Zealand, have an option to apply, and that's a good news for all a lot of accredited employer work visa because these were people who were nearing the maximum continuous stay here in New Zealand. That means if they did not do anything differently, they would have to just leave New Zealand and go, and definitely this news is taking stress away from these people.
That's amazing news once again. So, ma'am, talking about accredited employees, all right. So, people who are in open work permit, and how about the students? There is some news news coming up and down in the media? What are they, ma'am?
Okay. Yes, a lot of news in the media. We can just say what we can at the moment. And good news, if currently all qualifications at a similar level were granted points equally. So if you had a master's, whether from overseas or from New Zealand, that would have granted you exactly similar points, like 5 points. The announcement that came yesterday is and that New Zealand qualifications would have more benefit than an overseas qualification. That means higher points. That means faster residence options. So that means somebody studying here in New Zealand who earlier had to probably work 1 year and then apply for residence would be able to now straight away apply for residence as soon as they finish qualification. And we have time till August. We will give you news as it comes, but good news, there would be a possibility for you to just get a skilled employment, apply for residence. For people other than doing a master's, somebody was doing a bachelor's. Now getting 3 years work experience seemed like very difficult and a long process. The work experience durations have been reduced. Maximum work experience required would be 2 years. With bachelor's, probably 1 year. Whatever. We wait for the clarifications, but good news definitely coming in for a lot of students.
That's awesome. Last thing, ma'am. Everything comes with the catch of median wage. So, for an example, if someone doing a bachelor's at the moment, they require 3 years of 3 years of work experience. So, after 3 years, at the time of applying for residency, they need to hold the current median wage, which means 3 years back, if they would have come in 29.65, today's median wage is 33.56. So, they should be in the current median wage. So is that the same thing, or even about that there was a little bit of hint?
Yes. So no, this definitely clarification. So what has been announced is, let's say if somebody requires 1 year work experience, they start working on the current median, then after 1 year, there would not be a requirement to get the median which is applicable at that point after 1 year. So that means you will have to meet the median wage requirement just once when you start the work experience, time or your experience points at the start of your work experience, not twice, not at the time you're applying for residence. So again, more clarification awaited, but definitely this is also taking a lot of stress away, especially from students. Who knows? They may not need work experience, but even if they do need, they would just need to meet the skilled work, the median wage requirement just once.
Oh, that's an amazing update this time coming from Immigration New Zealand.
We're so glad US and other countries are making things difficult for migrants. And here in New Zealand, we are going for growth, making things so much easier for migrants because we, in New Zealand, we do appreciate the skills these migrant workers bring, the skills, the benefits of having these skilled workers, students, and a lot of other benefits that the country gets out of these.
Definitely. Thank you very much, ma'am. See you all once again with another interesting podcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you.